So we got a Party City here that's closing, a Big Lots that just closed. Resale Rabbit here, and I'm gonna try and work a deal and buy this Party City today. I passed on Big Lots. They did not have much left at the end, although I would have liked to get some fixtures, but the timing just didn't work out. So no luck on the store with these Packers cups. I got all of those, and a bunch of these napkins. I think these are two different ones. Whatever. 50 bucks for all of them. So they wouldn't do a deal on the whole store yet, but she said that basically I'm the guy. Hopefully it doesn't interfere with the sale. There's some fixtures that I wanted that some of them I'm getting today, some they need, so I'm waiting till the end. But like I said, I got all of that NFL stuff, all that Packers stuff for 50 bucks. That'll make some good money during the sale. I'm undecided if I'm gonna special buy it at a set price the entire sale or just put it out on like $3 a day and let it go. But pretty pumped about that. I gotta get the trailer up there and I'll show you what else I bought. It's funny because she took me into the back room, and back there was a TJ Maxx cart that apparently someone stole from TJ Maxx next door at some point. She says it's been there as long as she's been there. Got a whole bunch in here. Now we got more napkins. So I spent a total of 126. I got 2 U-boats for 25 bucks each. They threw in the bins. I spent 10 bucks on all these little baskets. That's really good for organizing. This is going for over 200 bucks on eBay. I spent 10 bucks on it. And all of these cups and napkins, when I offered 50 bucks for all of them, I thought there was gonna be a lot less. I figured it would fill a couple of boxes. That was a slam dunk deal. So the toner should make me a profit. When I made the offer on the toner, I figured it was probably gonna be worth about 40 to 60 bucks. I didn't expect it to be worth that much. So yeah. And I even bumped into one of my favorite customers. I'm not gonna say who he is or anything, but he happened to be in there. I gave him some of the cups. I met him because I went to his garage sale, and this may have been on a video several years ago. I asked if he had any more video game stuff, and he literally just opened the door to his apartment and said, go on in, or his house. I don't know if it was an apartment or a house, but he just let me wander through his house and dig through closets unattended. That was my first time meeting him. But anyways, I'm gonna do really well on that. I'm hoping to be back. She said she would text me tomorrow about potentially taking all the Halloween stuff. There's a lot of Halloween costumes, which obviously wouldn't do me much good until Halloween, but we're gonna have a big Halloween sale, so it'd be nice to have those, especially if I can get them at a deal like this. So I'm gonna get all of this unloaded at the warehouse. I've got stuff to do today. I should not be working, but I might need the trailer and those bins tomorrow. So that's the plan. I will let you know when I'm back over there. We had a bit of a load shift and one of these got wedged underneath and broke, but I'm not too upset about it. I still would have paid, I paid 10 bucks for them. And there were like 8 of them. I would have paid the same 10 bucks for 7 of them. It doesn't make a difference to me. Couple more things shifted in here, but no big deal. So this is displayed and ready for the sale. There are, hold on, I already forgot what number. There are 230 of the napkins in here. These two are also full of napkins, so probably at least 300 napkins. And I'm not even gonna bother trying to count out the cups. And then I got these. I don't know what these will do, if they're worth trying to sell individually or if we just sell them in stacks. Undecided. She threw those in afterwards. Oh, there's another napkin. There was a different, I think it's one of those. There was a different Packers napkin that didn't say Packers. It just had the logo. And it seemed like there were less of them, so those will probably go at the end. But 300 napkins at $2 each. And we'll say, I don't know, 100 cups. So those 400 pieces at $2 each is 800 bucks. And I may be grossly underestimating the cups too. I have no idea. And then they just threw in this display rack. She said I could have it. I'm probably just going to, I don't know if I want to keep it. We'll use it to display the cups, and then after the cups are done, I think I'll sell it. You know, put a $5 tag on it. I'm sure someone will take it. Also, she just gave me these totes, these commercial flip tops. I get like 10 bucks each for them. So there's another 20. It's kind of funny. I'm gonna put cups in here. I bought this at Party City a couple weeks ago. And this is ready for the sale. There are 97 packs here. And then these are 2s, I think. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 2, 4, 6, 8, 30, 2, 4, 6, 8, 40, 2, 4, 6, 8, 50, 51. I'm pretty sure these are in 2s. Yeah, so 51 more packs, which puts us at 148 plus whatever's in here. So there's probably 200 packs of cups. And then I estimated 300 of the cups. It's 500 pieces at $2 each. And look at this, there's a $7 price tag. I don't know what these retail, but I believe they had them down to $3 in the store. So $2, they should go really fast, and that should be $1,000 right here for my $50 purchase. Plus $30 for the 2 bins and the crate, plus whatever I get for these. I don't know, maybe another 50, who knows? Plus, I've got 2 U-boats, which if I were to sell them, I'd probably get $100 each. I'm gonna keep them for use around here. Plus the toner cartridge, which I just listed on eBay for $280, plus all the little Party City baskets that I'm gonna keep here for organizing. That was a pretty good $126 purchase, I'd say. I might be back tomorrow. She said she would text me tomorrow with a decision on the Halloween. They have a whole aisle full of Halloween costumes. By the way, the sale hasn't started yet. I don't know when this video is gonna be up. So just a bit of a timeline. We're about 2 weeks before the sale. I just started setting it up yesterday for part 1 of the sale video. I am very happy about this. But it's Saturday, and I told myself I wasn't gonna work this weekend because I've got stuff to do, construction projects to do at home. So I'm gonna get that put back in the trailer, get the trailer put away, and then I'm out of here. But I, like I said, might be back at it again tomorrow. So we're in the middle of our warehouse sale. It's the first day. Only 1 day has passed. We got the cups, we got the napkins up here, $2 each. And then we've got more back here. It's dark, we're closed for the day and all the lights are off, but we have more back here. We sold $142 worth. Going back here, they're almost out of even fixtures. They did a really good job clearing out. I'm thinking about grabbing these for the break room, but I'm gonna wait till the manager gets in here. Probably come tomorrow. See if I can clear some of the last of the merchandise out. There's actually some stuff in there that I could see myself picking up to put in the sale that's going on right now. But the last day of business, I'm not gonna get the whole store because their last day of business is during our warehouse sale. And also, there really isn't much left. I'm gonna try and negotiate on a few carts full of stuff, the last of the Halloween costumes, some cutlery. That's really about it. So I'm back at Party City. Tomorrow is their final day, and you can see it's pretty empty in there. We're down to this aisle, and this is left. All right, it's happening. It's a shame I have to leave right away because I have the perfect parking spot right here. You never find it this close. So I'm told the liquidator got what they wanted out of the deal, and they're just ditching what's left. That's why they never reached out to me like they were supposed to. They're pretty much giving me everything. Technically, they're open till tomorrow, so I'm just gonna go get the trailer, bring some carts, and fill up. Now, when I say they're giving me everything, I don't mean that literally. They're not actually giving it to me for free, but it's gonna be about as close to free as you can get. So I'm back at the warehouse getting a trailer. The weather is absolutely nasty. It is rain, but that rain is freezing, so I don't know if it's hail or freezing rain or what. But I am trying to rush. Now, I want to get a card. I grabbed a $50 gas card for the manager. I want to put in a thank you card. Hopefully I've got one in here. Birthday. That's not appropriate. I just need a basic thank you card. That seems too kiddish. Something to give her with the gas card. Most of those are birthday cards or like, not so much anniversary, but like the I love you type cards, something you give a partner. I finally found a thank you card, but so many of them were, I just got weirded out even because I'm looking for a card for someone that I worked with, basically as a thank you card. Some of them sounded good until I opened it, and then there was an I love you or a happy birthday or something like that inside. Nope, this isn't gonna work. So I'll write a quick note, thanks for all the help, throw in the gift card, and then I gotta get out of here. Still seems a little weird because the card seems kind of kiddish, but it'll be fine. Oh yeah, she's getting really slick out here. So this is the weirdest store closure I've ever done. Usually we have a negotiated rate with the liquidation company months in advance. Set date, time. I've never heard of anything like this. They made as much as they want, so they just want to get rid of it? What? Alright, that's all the costumes. I think I counted 6 carts full. I'll start grabbing other stuff. There's so much here of Halloween. All of this plastic silverware is going to do really well. Alright, I'm just going to leave this here because I don't have to take everything, and these just don't sell that well. All of those costumes, a total of $7.54. It was $1,000 originally. Boy, it feels like I barely put a dent in here. I'm leaving balloons. I don't want balloons, but all of these peg hooks had stuff. I'm prioritizing space because that big bin is just about full. I still have stuff up here. I don't think there's anything back here. No, this just goes to the restrooms. I was in that aisle. So we are making some progress here. All right, cleared out most of this side. So I got everything that I'm taking cleared out. Basically just left grad stuff and balloons. I'm heading in the back. She saved this U-boat for me. I bought the other 2. Looks like the stuff in here, this was their break room. There's a refrigerator there and stuff. That's gone. Ooh, I'm gonna grab that. They can't sell me any of this yet. But once they close, we're gonna work something out. And what do we have here? Those look like they're all used. IT is coming to take whatever tech they want, and the rest is basically for me. So, oh, that's right, the safe. That's something I'll have to discuss with her after they close. A Gulfstream jacket? Interesting. I don't know if I spent $100. So I got the U-boat, and then all of these are garbage bags. I'm gonna grab these. I'll probably make my money back just on 1 case of the garbage bags. Oh, cards. I gotta find out what's happening with those. All right. We are all loaded up here. I want to get out of here. So I'm told when this Big Lots closed, they were so hard up, they ended up selling everything for a penny. They did not have much at the end. At that point, just close. They had a right to abandon. You could just abandon everything there. It'd be cheaper than paying staff to be there. But I was out of state, and there wasn't, a couple weeks in, there wasn't much left. So I didn't pursue it too much. I would have liked to get some signage, though. Now, I need to get to the warehouse and get this all unloaded yet tonight at 7 o'clock because we're in the middle of the warehouse sale, and I would like to get some of this stuff sold like now rather than wait till our next sale. The Halloween stuff is all going to wait till Halloween, but there's a lot of other stuff that we could probably put out tomorrow's $2 day and just push it out the door. Man, this weather is nasty. Anyways, one of the guys I worked with there said that he took a job working for the mall, the strip mall, as a maintenance person. That mall is a very high turnover rate. You know, Big Lots just closed, Party City just closed. There was an Office Depot in there that I bought out that closed. Sears is gone. Tuesday Morning closed. This is all in the past probably 5 years. They have a Ross in there that I think is going to close because they're opening a new one reasonably close. I haven't really looked into it yet. But a lot of times they'll abandon everything in the store when they're done. They have a right to abandon. And so the mall needs to get rid of it all. And so they're going to contact me to either try and sell it or clear it out or what have you. Unfortunately, they just finished emptying out Big Lots the other day. That would have been, I think, a good one to try and clear out. But there might be others. You can see the skid where I stopped. It is so slick out here. Ooh, this is a big booger. That is, wow. That's interesting. I've never experienced that before. It's built up all on here. All right, let's get this all unloaded. Oh man, backing this trailer in was so difficult. I am really far over. I'm gonna move these boxes because this is all gonna melt and get wet here. But, you know, my cameras or my mirrors, I cleared all the snow and ice off, but it was basically covered before I was able to get finished up. But we're in. So I'll give you a little update. I'll do the formal update at the end of this video, but we're still in the middle of the sale here. Remember, I got these, and those for 50 bucks. We are over on these two, over 400. I think we're at like 450 or so in sales so far. We just put these out today. We sold 5 of them, $1 each. I'm not holding my breath that we'll sell a lot of those, but we should be selling a lot of those. And I still have so many left in the back. All right, let's add up these receipts. I dropped one. These receipts are like ticker tape. They're like 15 feet long. To give you an idea of a discount, right here, this thing, $140. I think this is adding up a whole bunch of them. Minus a discount of 112, minus a discount of 22 or 27.55, cost me 45 cents. Holy crap, I just added up what it all was. So, let me show you what I got first before I tell you what I paid. For reference, the total value, if you bought this stuff before they closed, was $13,461.14. All in, I got everything in this cart, and it is packed down. The bottom half, or most of it, is Halloween costumes. There's some other stuff on top, so we'll save that for Halloween. The Halloween costumes, I mean, like this, $10.99 was the original retail. I bet we get $5 for this. Total shot in the dark, yes. Just the Halloween costumes on the bottom, I'll probably make $3,000 or $4,000. But anyway, so we've got everything in here. The cart's mine, everything in here. I got everything in here, here, and here. All of this merchandise. Plus, I got 5 shopping carts, which we can use around here. I got this folding table, which we always need these. We've got 3 more boxes of inventory right here, which is all sorts of different stuff. We've got back here these two of those. I've got lockers, 3 tall ones here. Some of them still have locks on them, so I don't know if they've been emptied out. I didn't hear anything rattling around when I was carrying them, but 3 lockers here. And then this small one, which I think it's horizontal, so I think this probably bridged across 2 of these. Look at this, they were trying to get 90 bucks each for these. I was gonna throw them on Marketplace for 75 bucks a piece. I got this 2-wheel dolly. I got another U-boat. They sold me the other 2. Oh, there's another box of inventory. All of these are garbage bags. This one says 8 rolls. There are a couple different ones. They don't say how many rolls there are. We usually get between $3 and $5 per roll in the sale. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If 9 of them have 8 rolls, that's 72 rolls at $3 each. I'm not gonna do that math. It's over 200 bucks right there. Oh yeah, and for my sign collection, I got these Party City lamps for their registers. It's got a switch here to turn it on and off. It just plugs into a regular outlet. Ignore the pallet it's sitting on. I'll probably just throw these away. I don't even know what it's taped to. Almost looks like x-ray paper or x-ray film. Anyways, I got those 3, which I'll find a way to display. So all in, I think that's everything. Everything here. You want to guess what the grand total was? You're going to be shocked. $63.30 for all of it. Holy crap. I sell one of those lockers, I break even. So, rough idea here. I'm probably looking at, say, 200 bucks for all the lockers, minimum. The carts we're going to keep We can always use more carts around here. Or a lot of this merchandise we're gonna put out in the sale tomorrow. Tomorrow's $2 day, so we'll clear out a lot of this right off the bat. The Halloween stuff we'll save for Halloween. Some of this stuff like these will probably go on $10 day of the next sale. The costumes will obviously save for Halloween. What else? I already forgot what. Oh, the U-boat I'll keep. This I'll keep. But there is just so much value here for $63.30. Now here's the crazy part. We went through all the fixtures that I wanted. The U-boat, which she saved for me because I had said I wanted it, but they needed it in the store. The garbage bags, the 5 shopping carts, the dolly. That thing alone is worth $60, and we can always use more of those around here. We've got like 20 of them floating around, but they're always missing. But anyways, all of those combined, she said $99, and I was like, oh, I don't want to pay that much, but they cut me such a good deal. They were really good to me there, so screw it. I'll pay the $99. The guy put it in the system with inventory, $99. I was very reluctant to pay that. And it got discounted with everything else. It was discounted by $97.40. So 99 minus 97.40. So it cost me $1.60 for the shopping carts, the garbage bags, the lockers, the table, and the dolly. $1.60. Now, that's not it. We're not done here. So tomorrow they close. Apparently they're staying open until 8 o'clock. I don't know why. I mean, I guess there is still inventory there, but it was tomorrow they close. Friday, IT is going to come and collect whatever equipment they want. She told me that after they're done, whatever's left, they just leave behind in the store. So they're letting me come in and clear all that out. I hope there's like several, they looked like iPhones or maybe iPods. They used them for their scans. So they were probably iPhones. There were probably 10 iPhones, two-way radios, what else? The cash registers, the barcode scanners. The barcode scanners looked like good ones. I bet I get $100 a piece for them, assuming they're left behind. Their computers, printers, all that stuff, they're just letting me have because they would just abandon it in the store otherwise. So they're going to give it to me. Additionally, the safe. They said I could have the safe. So I got to bring some tools. Hopefully I can get in there on Friday early enough because we're doing the sale. It's me, Ben, and Mitch. I cannot leave Mitch here by himself. Or it's not specifically Mitch, anybody. I don't want to leave one person here by themselves, but Ben leaves at 1 o'clock. So hopefully I can get out of there before 1 o'clock. That's why I emptied out the trailer tonight. That way the trailer's empty, ready to go for that. So anyways, we'll see you in a couple of days. The video's not over yet. I am so excited. And this is going to be the fastest we put this stuff to market because we're in the middle of a sale. Yeah, I could save a bunch of it and maybe get $5 in the next sale instead of $2. I just want it gone. Unless it's something really good for $10 day or the Halloween seasonal stuff, we're selling it all in this sale. Getting rid of it. So right now I'm filming like 6 videos at the same time. Just today, I've filmed clips for 3 different videos. But this is going to be the video where my truck rolls over to 50,000 miles. There it is. Woohoo! 50,000! Happy New Year! So I'm back at Party City. So they closed 2 days ago. I'm getting all the tech. So we got another one of those $200 toner cartridges, the printer, security system. I might grab some of this stuff. Cash registers. I got the safe. I didn't think to bring a cart, so I'm gonna borrow a TJ Maxx cart. I'll just remember to put it back when I'm done. So I filled this up. I still have to grab this printer. I'm leaving the monitor. I don't need that. And I might grab this dust mop. I think that'll probably be it for me back here. Good thing there's a ladder. I'm getting the security cameras. All right, basically filled up the trailer. Lots of stuff here. So basically the original deal was I would come in and just get all of the tech once IT was done. They took a lot of the stuff that I wanted. The barcode scanners I really wanted. All of the iPhones they took. I wanted those. They took the merchant terminals, which I'm not super upset about that. They took the walkie-talkies. I wanted those. But they left the registers, which are more modern registers, so I might get something for those. They left the security system, which It's 3 cameras, the DVR and the screen. Apparently they were selling it, trying to sell it for $1,200, and so they left that. So I grabbed that, some printers. They look like newer printers. That toner, that should be 200 bucks on eBay. The first one hasn't sold yet, but I mean, I'm sure it'll sell decently. What else? That's basically it. Oh, and the safe. Now here's the deal. I thought they were giving me the safe because they're giving me all the other stuff. I needed to pay for the safe. I had to pay 200 bucks. Thankfully, I have cash on me because the registers were all torn down. But they were told, because the district manager wanted to buy the safe, and since they told them they have somebody already interested in the safe, they had to sell it to me. But 200 bucks for that safe is a pretty slam dunk deal. I might switch to that because that one's a drop safe, which is more beneficial for my business than a regular safe. That way I don't need to give everybody the code. So basically they were waiting for me. Once I left, they're locking the doors, turning in the keys, and doing the last bank deposit. And that's it. That's all she wrote for Party City. So I will update you at the end of this video what some of this stuff sells for. I'll get some prices on the stuff back there. I doubt it'll be sold by the time I'm done filming. But the stuff in the sale is moving really well. Just in the 30 minutes or so that I was cashiering, I probably sold 30 or 40 items, which has me at break even. So a lot of stuff is moving. A lot of people are excited about the Party City stuff. I didn't think it was going to be that great, but once all is said and done, just in this warehouse sale, I'm probably making $300-400 bucks on that stuff. Plus there's all the fixtures and all the the stuff that we're saving for Halloween. All right, a little bit of load shifting. Hopefully nothing's broken. So all of this was 200 bucks. Technically the safe was 200 bucks and everything else was free. I got this little stainless steel rack. I don't know, maybe get 10 bucks for it. I got 2 dust mops. These, we only have one. They're really nice to have around here. So we'll have a couple extra now. This is basically all the cords and accessories for the cash registers. These keyboards here are worth about 35 bucks each. There's probably 4 of them in there. I didn't look up this phone. Let me look this up. I got 2 of these. So this phone's about 50 bucks. I got at least 2. There might be a third one in here. I don't remember. I got these 2 newer Lexmark printers. Should get, I don't know, 25 bucks a piece for them. And then this shoe bench, I honestly don't know. Could go for 5, could go for 20. I got some mailers, we'll use those. Toner cartridge, this is just an off-brand one, so I'll sell it with the, oh, it says wrong one, so it might not even go with that. All of these greeting cards, the company, the supplier, was supposed to pick them up. It was a thank you card. They were supposed to pick them up. Usually with liquidations, American Greetings does not want these discounted, so they just pick them up. They were discounted pretty deep, and this is what was left, and they said they were going to pick them up. They never did, so I got them for free. I just looked up these cameras. I cannot believe they were trying to get $1,200 for the system. 3 cameras here, worth about 30 bucks each. I do have the DVR in there and the screen. I haven't looked that up yet, but I doubt it's worth that much. And then also some tag guns and box cutters. They were just going to throw them out, so we can always use these around here. So we have 4 cash registers. The IBM printers are about 40 or 50 bucks. This Bluebird, there's a tablet that goes with it, and I have the tablets there in the box with the small parts, but kind of on the bottom. It's a newer, like, touchscreen tablet system. I can't find a model number on here. It might be on the tablet, but I feel like they've got to be decent. They're newer. And then I've got the cash drawers here, which I don't think come with keys. I don't think I'll get much for the drawers, maybe 20 bucks for all of them. What else is in here? There's another phone. So I got 4 complete registers here. So this is what the actual register looks like. It's basically a tablet. No model number on here either, but when I search Bluebird point of sale, I'm not really finding anything active or sold. So it might be something where I can set the price. That doesn't mean it'll sell. That doesn't mean it won't sell. I found the model and nothing's coming up. So bit of a wild card. We'll list it and just see what we can get out of them. It's battery powered. It's turning on right now. That dock on there is going to be the like to charge it, to power it. We'll see if anything happens here. So here, I cannot find this on eBay. Redbox. Interesting. Cannot find this on eBay. This was mounted with the networking stuff on the wall. I'll probably just list it for $100 and see what happens. I've also got this down here going for about 40. I've got this USB splitter. I just could use one, so I've got that for myself. This thing was not in the office. This basket was just on the shelf, and I did not even look to see what was in there. But this is going used for about $75. New is like 600. What else do we have in here? That's probably not worth anything, but we'll look it up. What is this? USB re-imaging thumb drive. Probably nothing. These are usually a good 20 or 30 bucks on eBay. Some sort of cable. Anchor. I guess just a splitter maybe. Some random cords and stuff. Oh, I should look this up. Oh, the dock for one of their PDAs. Oh, this goes on an iPhone. This might be something. What else we got? Random chargers and cords and stuff. Doesn't look like anything else. All right, I'll look up these couple of things. So this, shockingly, is worth basically nothing. I think it's because it's for an older phone. This is actually going for about 25 on eBay. This is going for about 20. This is going for about 30. So there's some little bit of value in here. This was the mouse pad in the office, and it's my new mouse pad. I will look in the cash registers for money. You'd be surprised how often you find a couple of bills in there, because when they close the drawer, it gets caught and gets stuck behind it. This has happened to me before. I found money. It doesn't happen every time, but often enough where it's worth looking. Got some printer paper. This is like half a ream. It was just sitting on the desk, so I grabbed it. And all loaded in here. You might call me cheap, but that was probably $10 worth of paper. Reams of paper are expensive. And also, once again, it would have all gotten thrown away if I didn't take it. Would have ended up in the landfill. Perfectly good paper. I will happily take it. Got another one of these Lexmark toner cartridges. The one has not sold yet, but I listed it for $200. Maybe I'll drop the price a little bit, but I'll add this one to it also, so we'll have two now. They did not want to sell me this one initially because they wanted to keep it in case they needed it. They obviously didn't end up needing it, so they gave it to me. I got 3 packs of hand sanitizer wipes, which will undoubtedly sell for $1 each tomorrow. I could get more for them in the next sale, but that involves hanging on to them until June. I'd rather just dump them now. Here's the rest of the security system, just a basic Vizio TV and the DVR. 6 TB is in the model, so I'm guessing it's a 6 terabyte DVR. Looks like a 16 channel, I guess. This will, and they only had 3 on it. I cannot believe they wanted $1,200 for it. I couldn't find that on eBay at all, but this is probably like $150 brand new. So we'll put it in the auction, probably get 40 or 50 bucks for it. And lastly, I got the safe, and boy, this was hard to get off the floor. It was just bolted down. In fact, I only had 2 of the 4 bolts, but it was like glued down from all the floor wax. In it was, I can't remember, 7, 8, 9 cents here. So I'm making money already, but this is an interesting one. It's got these. So you drop, I'm guessing you drop coins in and put them in. These are color coded for the type, which go there. But it kind of creates, like, it doesn't work that well. Like you put that in there. And it just kind of drops in as this thing to keep it secure. But I don't know how this was supposed to work. You just end up having a mess of them. You can't, it does not have one for quarters. You can't take any other bills or anything out of it. There's no spot for bills. So I don't know what the purpose of these were for. But that seems like the most logical thing. It's got 2 doors. I've got the code for each door. I do not know if it's the master code. The way these work is you have a master code that you can use, and that's the code you use if you want to change codes. And then you have the sub codes or the child codes or whatever they're called. So for instance, on this one, I have the master code. My employees have the code below it. The code below it will open it, but that's all it will do. You cannot change the code or anything like that unless you have the master code. Hopefully the one they gave me is the master code. I'll play around with it. This one's a little interesting. It's got a screen. and it'll actually show what you're typing in there. Obviously, that's not the code. I don't know if there's a clear button there. So that's kind of neat. Looks like the menus you can go through. I don't know. I'll have to play around with it. But this is, I'm in debate if I want to keep this one. Safes are so easy to come by in store closings, by the way. I got this one out of Office Depot when they closed, and I already had a safe. I've got another safe that's bolted to the ground and hidden in the building somewhere. This literally just got set here, so it was out of the way. And then I ended up one day using it. And then this thing stopped working, so I had to buy a new one. I replaced the whole keypad here. There's another little safe inside down here, and this one I never had the passcode for it. Thankfully it was unlocked, so I just removed it. These keypads are very expensive. They are, I think I spent $300 on this, so it's not worth it to have a second little interior safe. There we go. But this one, I kind of like that as a double door, so we can have some stuff in here. Ooh, is that more money? 10 cents, unless this busted open. No, it doesn't look like it. So we can have, like, we keep some auction items in there, and then we keep the change in there, so we can have them separated. Or I could sell this, buy another keypad for the other safe. Undecided, but this is a pretty heavy-duty safe. So I've got 3 safes out of retail stores. They never sell. I think I spent $75 on this one. And then the other one came out of Gymboree, I think. And I think I might have gotten that one for free. I don't remember. It wasn't much. But anyways, the only time I've ever actually seen a safe sell was out of one Shopko store, and the safe was like huge. Bigger than a refrigerator. I don't know how that, like, you need heavy equipment to move that. These are pretty easy. That safe is probably 400 pounds with a dolly. I unloaded it off the trailer by myself. No problem. The doors come right off. So anyways, that is what I got at Party City, and that will complete Party City. So I will just jump in after the sale's over and get the final total on the Packers cups and napkins. I think it's over 600 now. We'll see. Like I said, the other stuff, I'm not going to be able to keep track of what it sold for, but a lot of it seems to be moving. And then, of course, we're saving these for Halloween, which should be even more money. My total cost, I spent $200 today. I spent $63.30 to buy out all the merchandise and some fixtures. And then it was $125-ish, I don't remember the number, for the $50 worth of Packers stuff, and then the 2 U-boats and a couple other things. And then $150 in gift cards for staff, $50 for each person. That was super helpful. Bringing me to a total of $538. The napkins alone paid for everything. All of the tech here, the registers, I'm gonna list high and we'll see if they go. I'm gonna list them for like $500 each. I don't think they're gonna sell for that. Let's just take the registers completely out of the equation. I probably have $400 or $500 worth of stuff that I grabbed today, plus the safe. I've got the lockers, I've got the stuff that I'm keeping, like the table and the carts and the dry mops, a whole bunch of stuff. All the merchandise that I put in here that I'm just gonna estimate I'm bringing in $1,000 on. All the merchandise is being saved for Halloween, which I'm estimating another $1,000. This worked out pretty well, and I enjoyed myself. I love clearing out stores. I don't think I would enjoy it if I was doing it every day, but it's a nice little change of pace. So the sale is done. Most of the Party City stuff is gone. We saved a handful of items, as well as the Halloween costumes, which I'll show you in a moment. But due to the nature of the sale, there's no way to actually know how much we made off of it. A lot of it could have gone, it probably went on bag day. But I do know the brief few times that I was up front, I was definitely seeing a lot of it come through. If I were to make a guess, I would say we probably did somewhere between $500 and $1,000 in sales on the Pottery Barn GM. And then the napkins and cups. We sold all of the cups, the sets of cups, and we sold the maybe half of the napkins. We'll save the rest for the fall sale, which is gonna be during Packers season. But remember, I spent 50 bucks on them. We brought in a total of $688 on the cups and napkins. So I still have mostly full bin here. That bin is full. And then over here, half of this is full yet of napkins. So a pretty good amount of napkins. Now these cups here, we sold surprisingly well. We sold 62 of them at $1 each. So we've got a total of 720, 730 or so in sales just from that. I still have the lockers. No, really, one person messaged me about them asking the measurements. I gave them the measurements, never heard back. So we may just end up auctioning those off. In here, we've got the carts. We might use them. We might just sell them off. But I've got all of these Halloween costumes, as well as one box of Halloween accessories. This is all going to be saved for the Halloween sale. We saved a little bit for $10 day of the next sale. That's going to be these bachelorette party kits. Two of these will sell for $10 each in the sale. And then there are 2 boxes somewhere around here of just GM that we're saving for $10 day. So we'll probably get another, 200 bucks maybe, 200 to 300 bucks in sales. So overall, pretty good. And then I haven't even listed the eBay stuff on eBay yet that I got after the last day. But I still have these. I've got the safe. I've got all the tech, the cash registers, the printers. A lot of it's over here. I've got these cards here. All of that will be sold, plus the stuff I'm saving for $10 day. I've got 3 U-boats. I've got a folding table and some shopping carts that will be kept for our use. I've got these that I'm going to display. I've got all of these garbage bags that we're going to sell for another couple $100. And probably more. The only thing I'm not including in that, and I don't think it was in the video, it might be back here. No. Let's see, is it up here? Early in the liquidation, I bought this for 40 bucks just for our own use, and up there a giant Play-Doh can for for 5. So I didn't count that because it was long before they started. They were in the process of closing, but it was very early in the process. I don't think I filmed it, but that's when I first went and made my introduction. Overall, really good. That was one of my favorite store closings, I think, because everything was unbelievably cheap. Like, they were practically giving the stuff to me. And we were able to it was like during the sale, which is a little annoying, but we were able to just sell it all off immediately. Most of it we don't need to store, we don't need to sort. We basically put everything right on the sales floor, starting on $3 day. So I think it was $3 day. So anyways, that's all I've got for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. By the time you see this, I will be in Omaha speaking at Plains to Profits. And so that'll be fun. I've got stickers and t-shirts and everything made to hand out. And then I will be doing a couple of thrifting videos coming back, which should also be fun, thrifting 2 different states. Bet you can't guess which states they're going to be. I'll give you a hint. They're not going to be Nebraska or Wisconsin. That's not entirely true. I will be thrifting in those states, but I won't be making dedicated videos for them. They'll be on just other videos, probably. The Plains to Profit video. There's going to be a party bus taking us to all the thrift stores. This is going to be so much fun. Anyways, I've got that. I've got 2 storage unit videos. Another video that's going to be interesting. We're doing an estate sale that ends tonight. It will be over with by the time you see this video, but there will be that video. We're going tomorrow for pickups, to host pickups for that, auction pickup. So I've got a whole bunch of videos in the can right now. So I'm thinking we're going to be doing 2 videos a week for the foreseeable future. Probably, I think I've got enough filmed between what's filmed now and the 3 that I have planned for the Plains to Profit trip. One will be the Plains to Profit video. The other 2 will be thrifting videos. I think all of that combined, I have enough to do 2 videos a week until mid-May. So maybe we'll end up upgrading to 3. It just depends on how it comes in waves. In the beginning of the year, I didn't have a lot to talk about. We did. There was at a point where I think I even missed a week, and I was sitting there thinking, okay, what am I gonna do for a video? So it comes in waves. Sometimes we got nothing. Sometimes we get like a million videos going at the same time. So anyways, I will see you guys in the next video.